It's about time that ASEAN countries not really to confront, but to make clear to us what China really wants. I suppose that I bring the matter because while we were focused on the dangers of North Korea regarding its saber rattling, and lahat doon nakatingin, I do not take it against China. He has claimed every part of it and nobody stopped him. So, tanungin ko lang siya, what are the stakes? You want to control the passage or do we have the free passage? Unbridled, undisturbed, unmolested, while we use that small way from the Indian Ocean, the Indo-China Pacific, which is facing Palawan. Not because I'm so much interested as a person, but for the sake of my country and the others who have the overlapping claims. And that is why the truth is, if I could only confront China, or if it is China alone, there's no problem. But I said there are contesting countries which has overlapping jurisdictions. And if I engage China now, I will have to engage the 5 other. It would be something like a scramble there. Because if China concedes to one, Philippines, it has to concede to the others. And what will now happen to our general claim of being the economic zone belonging to my country? That's a problem. So it's about time, either in the bilateral or in the plenary, I should be bringing this important matter to the surface so that we will know when can we be safe in traveling the China expansive, because they have claimed it now, and I'm sure that Trump now is busy talking about, it's all bustering. The real reason really is geopolitics. Nobody wants a war. I am very sure of that. China does not want it, because if there is a bomb dropped somewhere in Korea, it will be a meltdown for the rest of Asia and Southeast Asia. It's all geopolitics. The name of the game is, but if not maybe handled properly, politics, political power of a country, and the military might. Might is right. Right is might. It could change the whole geographical situation. Geography is always dependent on how the powers of that era handle themselves.
And one follow-up, because you will meet President Xi in APEC, and after APEC you will meet our Chinese Premier Li Keqiang here in the Philippines.
Yes.
And it's his first time to pay an official visit to the Philippines. So I would like to know, like in 1 week you will meet the top 2 Chinese leaders. So how do you see the future between our 2 countries?
Look, we are all for a peaceful negotiation. It's always a mouthful of leaders saying rule-based, and the UNCLOS prescribes a peaceful resolution of conflicts of nations. We will stick to that. We are friends with China. May utang na loob tayo. At one moment in our life, or the lives of the Filipinos, they were there to give us the arms when we had none, and we are fighting it out in Marawi. These are the things that we cannot forget. But these things should not be used as not really a pawn, but as a bargaining chips on what is the greater interest of Southeast Asia, and more particularly, the higher interest of our country. Iba yung, nagpapasalamat ako sa iyo. I do not deny that. But let us be clear on what we intend to do here, because eventually it will affect the entire Philippine archipelago. Now remember, I said it's geopolitics. But the larger portion of that really is, there are so many military installations, and the islands are equipped with batteries. Ito man yung mga missiles and everything. They're all there scattered, and Vietnam has one. I said there's an overlapping claim of territory. Taiwan also is claiming the northern part, which will result in a very serious quarrel with us. And on the southern part, you have the Indonesian government also claiming, and the southern western part would be Malaysia. Singapore is and Brunei seems to be nonchalant about it because they are sure of their boundaries, and they do not have the slightest interest to use sea power. But ours is strategic in the sense that facing all the armaments there and others, we have the ace, and the ace is Palawan. You cannot sink an island, but I can always blast you off if you are there on the open seas. And that is why, let me just be frank with the Filipinos now. They say the Philippines is strategic in the sense that there is the South, which is racked with insurrection, extremism. So you have to take care of, you can just imagine, I don't know, I hope it would not, but if there is a change of geography or whatever development there, Australia will be an isolated island. If we cannot have the control of the ships here, the Malacca Strait, it is to the advantage of Malaysia, Philippines, and the United States to see to it that the Moluccas, which connects to the Sulu Sea, to the Indo-China passage, from the Indian Ocean going in. Yun ang what makes the Philippines very strategic is really Palawan. It faces the China Sea, and it is one huge battleship which you cannot sink. Tama?